What if I told you most people are not poor because they do not work hard? They are poor because nobody ever taught them the emotional language of money. School taught us how to memorize formulas but never how to survive panic when the bank balance drops. Nobody explained why some people earn more yet stay trapped, while others quietly build freedom with ordinary salaries. And maybe the most dangerous lessons we inherited was this: work hard and everything will be fine. But look around. There are exhausted people everywhere, still drowning financially. So maybe the problem was never effort. Maybe the problem was mindset we were never taught to question. A few years ago, I met a man who looked successful from outside. Good clothes, nice car, expensive watch. But one evening over tea, he confessed something quietly. I make more money than my father ever did, but I feel poorer every month. That sentence stayed with me because millions of people are living that exact contradiction. We live in a world where people know how to earn but not how to hold, how to impress but not how to protect, how to consume but not how to think. See, money is rarely just mathematics. Money is psychology wearing numbers as disguise. The way you spend, the way you save, the way you panic, the way you compare yourself to others. None of it begins in your wallet. It begins in your identity. Some people grew up hearing, we can't afford that. Others grew up hearing, money is dangerous, rich people are selfish, and struggle is noble. And without realizing it, they carried those invisible beliefs into adult like emotional software running silently in the background. That is why some people sabotage opportunities, why they overspend after feeling rejected, why they buy status instead of stability, why they cause luxury before peace. Because sometimes people are not purchasing things, they are purchasing emotional validation. And no school ever prepared us for that. Nobody taught us that the financial freedom is less about income and more about emotional regulation. Because if emotions control your decisions, your money will disappear trying to comfort your pain. Think about modern life for a moment. Every advertisement is engineered to make you feel incomplete. Every scroll on social media whispers you are behind, you need more, you should look richer. So people enter silent financial wars with strangers who don't even know they exist, buying things they cannot afford to impress people they secretly resent. And the terrifying part, society normalizes this behavior. Debt becomes lifestyle, burnout becomes ambition, overworking becomes identity. But real wealth is quieter than that. Real wealth is being able to breathe. It's sleeping peacefully at night. It's having the freedom to walk away from toxic environments because your survival is not chained to desperation. It is having enough saved that one emergency doesn't emotionally destroy you. That is wealth. Not applause, not logos, not appearances, because a luxury car can hide anxiety, a designer suit can hide fear, a high salary can still hide financial slavery, and sometimes the richest looking people are emotionally bankrupt. Here is the uncomfortable truth most people avoid. Many of us inherited survival habits from generations that lived in fear: fear of scarcity, fear of instability, fear of losing everything. So we learn to chase money emotionally instead of understanding it intelligently. But mastering money is not about becoming obsessed with wealth. It is about becoming harder to manipulate. When you understand money, you stop confusing self-worth with net worth. You stop buying things to heal loneliness. You stop saying yes to jobs that destroy your soul simply because you are financially trapped. You stop performing success and start building peace. And maybe that is the real financial poison nobody taught us in school. Money is not just currency, it's stored time, stored energy, stored freedom. Every unnecessary impulse purchase is future freedom leaving your hands quietly. Every mindful financial decision is future dignity being protected. And once you truly understand that, you stop asking, how can I look rich? And you begin asking, how can I become free? One day you will realize that financial maturity has very little to do with numbers. It has everything to do with awareness. Awareness of your habits, your emotional triggers, your fears, your need for approval, your relationship with uncertainty. Because mastering money is ultimately mastering yourself. And perhaps the saddest thing in modern life is watching people spend their entire youth earning money they never learned how to emotionally handle. So tonight, before you chase another paycheck, ask yourself something deeper. You are building wealth, or are you merely building a more expensive version of stress? Because the goal was never to become someone who looks successful. The goal was to become someone who is free. Remember, my friends, money is psychology wearing numbers as a disguise. People often buy emotional validation disguised as a luxury. The goal is not to look rich. The goal is to become free. A high salary can still hide financial salary. Financial freedom begins the moment your emotions stop controlling your money. Have a healthy and happy life. Thank you very much.